Hi, it's Kim Ball from deliberatemovement.blogspot.com, and I have a huge pet peeve for you today. I am absolutely frustrated by the people that avoid leg exercises in the gym, and I'm even more frustrated by the excuses that they give me for them. For instance, there are the slim, long-distance runner types that decide not to do any leg exercises because they don't want to bulk up their legs and slow themselves down when they run, or they believe that running and cardiovascular activities are enough to stimulate their leg muscles. There are the big bodybuilder type guys, or the guys that just like to lift heavy weights, that say, my legs are strong already. I don't need to do any leg exercises. I just need to get my upper body as strong as my lower body. Or they don't want to bulk up their legs as well. Or they just don't like leg exercises because sometimes those heavy leg exercises are not fun. They're difficult. Let me address all of those excuses for you, because there's no good reason to take leg exercises out of your workout altogether. First of all, your legs might be strong. Maybe you don't need to work your legs quite as much as your upper body because they're stronger. That doesn't mean you should avoid doing leg exercises altogether. If you stop doing leg exercises, then your legs will stop being strong, and all of a sudden you'll have a weak lower body. I could understand if you don't want to do half lower body, half upper body. If you have strong legs already and you want to do a third or a fourth of your workout as lower body and the rest of it upper body, that makes sense to me, but not avoiding it altogether. Second of all, running by itself is not good enough to stimulate your leg muscles. There are a couple reasons why. First of all, when you're running, your leg is only really doing, in this plane of motion, a little small bit of what your leg can actually normally do. Your leg can do a lot more of a movement in that plane. In the other sideways plane, you can bend a lot more. Your legs can do a lot more than just this plane of motion. Okay? So just doing that type of movement is not going to stimulate your muscles enough. It's not going to get the quads and the hamstrings and the glutes and the calves and the hip flexors and everything. It'll get the hip flexors. Actually, it'll get your hip flexors a little bit too much because it's a repetitive, continuous movement. So your hip flexors will actually become really tight, and all the other movements will be more difficult to do, and it'll be easier for you to get injured. If you run on the treadmill a lot, then your glutes don't work quite as much, and so you'll get weak glutes, and I could go on and on. So running, not good enough by itself. As an adjunct, sure. And third, bulking up. Let's talk about bulking up. Everybody's so worried about bulking up. Men, women, everybody. You're only going to bulk up in leg exercises if you do heavy, heavy lifting consistently over a long period of time. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Plus, usually there's a little bit too many calories being consumed when you bulk up like that as well. What I suggest, if you are a little worried about bulking up, do the unilateral leg exercises. And what I mean by that, one-legged exercises, like lunges, lunge variations, standing lunges, forward lunges, reverse lunges, putting your back leg up on something and doing Bulgarian lunges, lunge jumps. You can actually take it back a step and just do squats or sumo squats. The one-legged stuff, you could do lateral lunges. You could take it up a notch and do squat jumps. You don't have to use any weight at all. But I don't want to see you avoiding leg exercises altogether. Your legs are like the powerhouse of your body. They actually help you work your core more. Like I said, I could go on and on. Okay, good unilateral movements, one-legged leg movements would be any lunge variation. Forward lunge, backward lunge, Bulgarian lunges, lunges standing in place, lunge jumps. You could do step-ups. You could do one-legged squats where you sit down onto a bench or where you don't have a bench at all. You could do lateral lunges back and forth from side to side. Any of those are great unilateral movements. You could even do unilateral movements on, say, a leg press. You could put a little bit of weight on there and do it like that. But I'm just talking about body weight movements. So lunges. You could also just pare it back a little bit and do squats. Squats in a sumo position. Squat jumps if you want to take it up a notch. So yeah, you don't really need any weight to do leg exercises that are beneficial and that are going to stimulate your lower body muscles. Like I said, I could go on and on about this stuff, but I'm going to stop for now, and I'm going to thank you for joining me here in Natural Bridges State Beach in Santa Cruz, California, and I will see you back in the gym next week. Bye, everybody.